What is up, y'all? Goofy Rex here, and hope everybody is doing well. So we are in week 9 of the beginner series, and this week, not gonna lie to you, a little disappointed with some of our progress here. I think there were a few mistakes that we made that we're definitely gonna have to try to rectify over the next week. And let's actually just talk about it right now, guys. So we're, in terms of leveling, we are at level 58 right now. I think last week we were at level 56, right? So kind of slow progression. I'm playing this account casually, so probably not as much as maybe you're playing, your main account. So a little slow here in terms of progress. We definitely want to be able to get to level 60 soon, because we do want to get some of our characters here to level 60, eventually at gear tier 10 with their abilities at 6664. One of the biggest things that I wanted to talk about this week is my arena. Arena right now, we were doing so well. We were doing so well with Arena, but unfortunately, we were started to kind of make this push here to go into this cosmic campaign, which, by the way, we're still not there yet because we just haven't been able to farm enough gear to get the characters where I desire them to be. And I think for the cosmic campaign, ideally, I would like to be able to get the characters to level 55, gear tier 9 with their abilities at 5553 to feel comfortable with being able to take care of the content and I need to, in that particular campaign. No, but the point is that because we were kind of focusing on that, if you guys remember my cosmic team, I was looking at Thor, I was looking at Minerva, Sif, Mordo, who we just unlocked, and we were also looking at Captain Marvel. And we started putting a lot of gear into these characters, and it slowed us down because we weren't putting enough resources into the Wave 1 Avengers team. So we need to shift our priorities here, when it comes to Arena. Arena is so important, and we have not been focused since day one. We have not been focusing enough on Arena, and we've slipped quite a bit because, you want to be able to get sweet spot, I would say, is at least being able to get under 500 so that you can get at least the 75 cores and also be able to get the 500 arena credits per day, right? The 500 arena credits at that payout time, and at least, of course, adding on top of that 250 that you get for just doing your 2 arena attacks. And like I said, we just have not been doing enough. We've been doing our 2 arena attacks, but we have not been doing enough building up of this arena team for us to be able to stay under that point, right, reaching that ranking point. So that's definitely been hurting us a lot. And I think what I've realized is that I've always known this, but because we were trying to kind of spread ourselves too thin, work on villains, work on your cosmic campaign, work on a team, or build up a team enough for the ISO campaign, which was okay because a lot of those ISO campaign characters was this team minus Thor because he's not a global character. It has hurt us a little bit in some of the other areas in the game, and primarily for me, that definitely is Arena. So I think, if I'm assessing priorities right, I think Arena definitely has to be a top priority. I definitely think that your campaigns also have to be, kind of like your secondary priority as well. And then I think for your farming for legendaries also is another priority. And then, of course, you kind of trickle in things with raids and things like that. So I'm going to have to shift focus here a little bit and start working a little bit more on my Arena team and getting them, at least putting some gear into them so that they can get to a place where we can start getting to under 500. So right now, what we're seeing in our Arena Shard, we're seeing a lot of teams that, well, we've fallen short now, right? So we're going to see teams that are matchups that are actually okay, like 77, 79. I think we just hit reset. So this is this is our opportunity here for us to do some attacks. But primarily our issues that we're facing teams like this that are about 100K, Crossbones is a little dangerous at this level because of that AoE. That AoE will do a lot of damage at this point. Hela is also very dangerous because she does a lot of damage. Greg is a major problem. Juggernaut is a major problem. So we're going to need to make some adjustments. Wave 1 Avengers definitely can handle, Arena. It's just that we have a lot of these characters at 55, gear tier 9, abilities at 5553 or 5442 or things like that, right? We got to get them to a place where they're at 60, gear tier 10, 5553 with the right ISOs on them, probably level 3 ISOs, because we're seeing a lot of level 3 ISOs right now in our arena shard. So we're definitely gonna have to put some more investment into it. Now, we definitely are still going to be focusing on Cosmic. This is our Cosmic roster. Kree Cyborg, you probably are asking the question, why is Kree Cyborg here? Kree Cyborg is here because I am passively farming Kree minions, really only Kree Cyborg, passively farming Kree minions right now because I eventually want to be able to allow Nick Fury. I do want to use Nick Fury for some of the Greek raid content. Because once you start doing some Greek raids, you're going to need global, there's going to be skill characters, you're going to need shield characters. So I want to make sure that I'm already kind of putting myself in a position where I at least have a character that I can use in a versatile role once for some of these Greek raids, as we move forward. But yes, Sif, Thor, Minerva, Captain Marvel, and Mordo are going to be our cosmic characters, and we're going to be building them slowly over this next week while primarily focusing on our Wave 1 Avengers team to make sure that we are doing better in arena. At least get them, like I said, 60 gear tier 10 abilities at 6,664 if we can, or at least if we only can get the abilities to 5,553 because of the lack of T2s, which are definitely a problem, and T3s, at least we have the 16 gear tier 10 gear on them, which is a very good place for where I'm at in the game right now. And that's essentially kind of what I'm seeing for a lot of those teams that are above 500, or under 500 in arena right now. That's kind of basically what I'm seeing for a lot of those teams. So we definitely is going to be important. Now for the entire roster, still farming Shocker, still farming these characters for the legendary unlocks. Swarm is done now. Swarm is done now. So we're going to be pushing to unlock, Juggernaut. We're going to be pushing to unlock Blob. We're going to unlock Blob first because he's a 45 shard unlock. We're also going to make sure that we eventually get him the 5 stars because we're going to want to farm Magneto. So right now, we're for campaign nodes and, for our campaign farms and our store farms, we're kind of focusing down, obviously making sure that we try to get Sinister 6 to 5 stars. We're also added in Mystique here because we're going to eventually want to be able to unlock Magneto. So right now we have 4 farms going on: Shocker, Mysterio, Mystique, Kree Cyborg, like I said, as a passive farm, and then we're gearing up Sif right now to get her to level 55, gear tier 9 abilities at 5,553, to kind of make for her to be a good option here for our cosmic campaign. In the stores, we're still opening up Blitz orbs. There's been a little bit of an issue here. We're not really getting a lot of Toad shards. We're also not really getting a crazy ton of Rhino shards as well, but I'm not overly concerned about it because we're getting enough to where the impact is still there. We'll definitely be able to get into 5 stars, I think. And, we're going to miss Invisible Woman this time around. Hopefully we won't miss Shuri, but we're definitely going to be missing Invisible Woman. We've also been getting a decent amount of shards for Electro, so we're actually relatively close to getting to 3 stars, but definitely still going to be a grind here. I think still opening up those Blitz orbs are the better way to go, just simply because, once again, at least I'm going to be able to get other shards for other characters that I'm going to need later on. And if I target farm, I'm kind of losing 150 shards, so I think it's just better to actually open up those orbs. Raid store, still open up orbs. We've actually been getting some Zemo shards, so that's exciting for me because Villain 7-1, I'm definitely going to want to use Zemo in a hybrid team. Arena, we already talked about it already. We're farming Blob to get him unlocked. We're going to be farming then Juggernaut to get him, unlocked. And then we're going to work to get both of these characters here to 5 stars, at some point. With the War Store, we're farming Sif primarily, but secondary farms, when we see them, are Mr. Sinister and then Minerva, 2 characters that are going to be very important for this roster and also going to be very important for Dark Dimension 2. So we're definitely making sure that we're doing that. Not farming Carnage and Pyro and Merc Sniper. We're just not doing those things yet. Carnage might be a consideration if we get Symbiote Spider-Man, just so that we can have those 2 pair together. They're a very, very good combo. But right now, that's not important. We don't use our War Store credits on purple gear. There's other ways for us to get purple gear. We have a lot of Blitz, orbs, which I've been opening up a lot of these to be able to get some extra purple gear. I've been kind of basically toggling back and forth between bio and then toggling back, to bio and skill. Bio and skill are kind of where we need a lot of the gear right now. Wave 1 Avengers have a lot of skill gear, Sif is skill gear. So I've been opening up a lot of those orbs. We actually had, I think at one point we had probably like 60 or so of those orbs. So we've been actually opening up a lot of those orbs. We do need to open up some more of these orbs. We just completed raids today. So we have some of these orbs to open up, also. But yeah, primarily the farms haven't really changed, in the store. really what we're going to be doing next week now is that we're going to try to push to get to level 60 as soon as we can. We're going to try to see if we can get our wave 1 Avengers to level 60 and gear tier 10. And then we're, as a secondary sort of option, secondary work, we're going to try to make sure that we get this cosmic team as well, you know, built up so that we can start doing the cosmic campaign, you know, a little bit more, because those campaigns are definitely important. The White Tiger event, unfortunately, we did not do very well with the White Tiger event. We're still about, you know, 17 shards away from actually getting her unlocked, which is a little disappointing, you know, but I was only able to do the medium, you know, the easy version of this. And there were a couple of days, man, where I missed some of the farms. And yeah, that's what happens when you're playing an account casually. You know, you kind of forget to do certain things, but it is what it is. You know, I think ultimately moving forward, we will be okay. You know, but we just gotta, like I said, we just gotta have more of a primary focus, a targeted focus for me right now, getting arena going, you know, making sure that we get the characters at the right place. This is priority number 1 for me. Cosmic campaign is priority number 2 for me. Legendary farms are kind of a 1A, you know, priority, you know, for me as well, making sure that we're always farming for legendaries. And we use whatever team we have available right now for raids. Later on, we'll shift priorities. Once we're done with these campaigns, right, we'll probably shift priorities to arena, you know, and legendary farms. Then we'll switch to raids, and then, you know, kind of do some secondary things after that. But it's a kind of a cool a video, like I said, where we're just talking about priorities and shifting and making sure that those are right. Kind of talking about some mistakes that we have made, you know, and some things that have hurt me, not being able to log in as much to do the White Tiger farms, things like that. Definitely, you know, have hurt me a little bit, but we can recover from this and we can do better moving forward, you know. So hopefully we'll kind of be able to make some adjustments here next week, get under that 500 number so that we can start, you know, getting some more cores and getting some more arena credits. And yeah, hopefully we'll be on the up and up from there. Listen, guys, appreciate you guys watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, not as much of a detailed sort of video today, but just more talking about some of the mistakes that I've made and also kind of where we're shifting focus to at this point. Appreciate you guys so very much. Y'all be blessed and y'all be safe.